Thanks for tuning in again. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself at this time. Again. Thanks. This is a crystal grid. Seen? Remember, and when I say remember, please remember the pieces that have been dismembered. Osiris or Osiris has been chopped up and dismembered. Now we must remember those pieces. Seen? Now, this is a grid. You can create your own grid the way you want to create your grid, for however you want to create it for, whatever your purpose is, whatever. You don't have to create your grid like mine. Seen? I'm just showing you my grid because today's topic is about planetary grids and us, indigenous people, being the guardians of the grids. Seen? And I'm going to keep it light and I'm going to keep it simple. Seen? We are the guardians of the grids. I'm going to show you something real fast, right? This is some lodestone that I have here. And I also have some magnetic hematite. Some Dalmatian jasper to the left, green aventurine to the right. I got so this is my lodestone grid right now going on here with a little bit of magnetic hematite. Now, this is a magnetic grid. There's my compass as well to guide me. I also have here my selenite pendulum. I asked the pendulum, you see it glowing, right? So I asked the pendulum to answer questions for I and I. Seeing the pendulum only brings forth the truth that's already in your subconscious. You already know. Now, we are the guardians of the grids. Somehow, someone, somewhere, took over the grids. Now, here's the question for you guys. If we are the guardians of the grids, and I know a lot of you are asking, what grids are he talking about? Similar to the grids that you see here on my little crystal grid, the planet has grids as well. And where you see these little energy vortexes meet, there are energy vortexes on this planet. They are inside of cities. They are all over the world. And our ancestors placed monuments, temples, mosques, obelisks, and all types of things on these grids and where these vortex meet. Seen? And we would guard these grids by chanting. So their grids, you can Google planetary grids. This is not going to get, I'm not going to get deep into that. I'm going to keep this light and say it plain like Malcolm. Seen? There are planetary grids and we used to guard them. And how the paradigm that we know today have been infiltrated is the people who were originally guarding the grids are not guarding them anymore. Now everything is in turmoil and chaos. Now I'm going to show you something with this magnetic hematite here. If I just move this magnetic hematite at the top just a little bit towards this hematite ring, you see it move, right? You see that movement? You see that? I'm not touching it. It's moving. That's not magic. Seen? But you see how that movement shifted the alignment of that grid just by me moving this hematite over here. Bang, bang. Now you see them, now you don't. when I move this hematite around, you see these little lodestones start to disappear. So you see how that movement messed up the alignment of the grid pattern. Seen? So as us being the guardians of the grid, the question should be, what were we doing at the time that we were guarding them? We were chanting and we were using sound vibration. So the guardians of the grid would chant. And yes, this is for the musicians, poets, singers, and the players of instruments with 10 strings. And you know those 10 strings are connected to the 10-string theory. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself at this time. Seen? Rastafari. So for all of my musicians and players of instruments with the 10 strings, or my 10-string theorist, when you add sound vibration to the equation, it does not make these subject matters that deep. Now, for those who don't know, now you know. We were chanting, singing, and using sound vibration to guard those grids. Now it's time to get back to that science of sound healing. Right here is a singing bowl. You can use a pitchfork or whatever type of instrument of sound healing that you choose. Get back on the grids and guard them. But start in your house. Start creating your own grids in your house and then align them how you want to align them. Now, absorb what is useful, discard what is useless, and add what is specifically your own. Bruce Lee. Seen? Absorb what is useful, discard what is useless, and add what is specifically your own. And that's the key to your mastery. Absorb what you can. Everything's not for you. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. So absorb what you can. And if it don't apply, then let it fly. You already know. Ask Rastaman if I'm trying to kick knowledge. No, but I'm trying to show you some things that you can apply. Everything's not applicable. And in today's time, everybody's dropping science. And a lot of it is not empowering, nor can I apply it. See? But we are the guardians of the grids. We are the guardians of the planetary grids. And for you artists, singers, and musicians, and all of you ancient ones who've come back to guard those grids again, it's about sound vibration. So yes, here, Philadelphia is a vortex center, and for those who don't know, the Rastafari vibration and the Rastafari movement said it the best. We should chant Babylon down using sound. You already know. So, like I say all the time, Christadelphia is all about being a free thinker. Don't try to be like the next man. Like Beanie Siegel said in his song, everybody wants to be a superstar. If you ever get a chance, listen to Beanie Siegel's song, Everyone Wants to Be a Superstar. Everybody wants wants to be a star. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to be a star, but you are already a star. In another way, as above as it is below. You already know. So don't try so hard to be like the next person. See, Bruce Lee, of course, absorbed a bunch of different styles of martial art. He took what he could from all of those different forms of martial art, and he added his own unique formula, and that's what made him a master. He added himself. He added what was specifically his. And that, my brothers and sisters, is what a lot of people don't have the confidence to do or the awareness to do. We keep looking for what's in the book, and we don't become the book. The Torah, the Quran, the sutras, the Bible, all of these scriptures, as I said many times before, is written on the heart of man. It is not the book itself. The book is only a story to help you read the book within. Very few people begin to read that inner book because they feel that the ultimate truth is inside of the book, outside of themselves. See, you can also use, like I said, grids to do your pendulum work for those who are into the pendulum science. Careful what you ask. Sometimes you don't even want to know the truth. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been a truth-seeking person for a long time. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to know. But listen, I don't want to bore you with this, but I love you. Good thanks. You already know.